Hey!
Hello.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our live stream, Dragon of Icespire Peak. It's me, it's Cam, it's her, it's Emily. We're. What are you doing?
I was hiding the chat.
Why? You're gonna fight me already? I haven't even done anything. I was
What?
just getting.
'Cause you were like-
I was in the middle of speaking and you were doing things on the screen, and I was like, my ADHD can't handle this.
Sorry.
Things kicking off and brain. I don't brain good. Except I brain very good, but it's why I wear the beanie all the time. I've got to keep it warm, keep it functional.
What are you, like a reptile that if you get too cold you just hibernate?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Anyway, yes. Hello everybody. We're here to play some D&D for you guys today. I am extremely hot.
Yeah, you are.
Shush, you. None of that. No flirting with the DM on stream. That's very poor form. But thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's very warm. We're both very tired. It's been a lazy Sunday. I had a nap just before we started streaming. That was pretty good.
I didn't, and I regret it.
The schoolboy error.
Yeah.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders by not taking a nap.
I know.
But we seem, we're both in good spirits. We're going to play a nice chilled out game of D&D today. So last week you and Quinn, like Dorabelle and Quinn, went to finally deal with
Kill some orcs.
the half orc
half-orcs.
menace, the cultists of Talos, once and for all. You got word that they were up to something, and you went and sorted them out. You went to a hillside ritual site where
we met up with our buddy
Zorth,
Zorth, who's
Centaur.
a centaur man.
And I was genuinely surprised at how quickly you annihilated them. It was really impressive at just how quickly they got completely nobbled.
Yeah, man.
It was great. And then after all that, you had the really intense battle with Gorthok, the Thunder Boar, which was like an avatar of Talos that was summoned down to sort you out. And that didn't go very well for Gorthok.
Nah, man.
Didn't go very well for him.
He got wrecked.
It
was revealed that the avatar of Gorthok was what destroyed Quinn's home and family and everyone that, at least that lived in that place that he loved. And
so Quinn is feeling very, very vindicated.
Yeah.
And yeah, is great. And pretty much at this point now, the pair of you are in the same mind that the last thing really to do at this juncture
kill a dragon.
is find the white dragon that's been terrorizing the region and deal with it once and for all. So we start in Phandalin. Do you want to flip over to the Phandalin page actually?
To like the
yeah.
No,
it's not going to be big enough to show on the screen. We will. Oh no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Do you want to kind of center it in the? Apologies for the reflections. We're still working on the setup here, but anyway, yeah. So there's one problem. As you and Quinn have been discussing your plan for dealing with the white dragon, one question is kind of floating around.
Both of your heads.
It's the elephant in the room. Neither of you have really said it. Because you're just like, yeah, we're going to kill this dragon. It's not. Well, Durabelle is going to be like, yeah, we're going to kill this dragon. It's not going to be an issue. Yeah. And Quinn just pipes up and goes, so, where is it? Where do we find it?
Well, that's our first task.
What? Okay. What are we going to do?
Well, if we think back, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen it around besides the logging was it the logging town incident when we almost ran into it. I think I've seen it flying around overhead, and something about that tells me that it's probably up in the mountains past like the dwarven ruins. But I can't say that for sure because
we saw those orcs as well on the way to the mine.
Yes. The half frozen ones that they were mostly melted at that point. Yeah. But yeah. So we can definitely say that he's up we at least know that general thing, but I think we need to gather more information. Maybe potentially have to stake out and stare the. I mean, we could say stare at the sky, but that's not as fun. We should maybe if we ask some of the people around, maybe try and gather some information, see if anyone's seen the directions it's been going, or.
All right. Well, who do we speak to first?
Well, we're gonna go over to. I'm assuming we are in the inn right now. We're just chatting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
chatting over breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Torben. He's the barkeep, right?
Yeah. Toblin.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to Toblin and I'm gonna ask him if he's heard any further developments on the White Dragon.
He furrows his brow. Just says, "No, not recently. It's more of the same old, to be honest. People see it in the sky. I know it's been spotted. What's her name? The lady that lives down in Umbridge Hill, Adabra, I think her name is.
The one who works at the mill.
Yeah. Apparently it's been over at Umbridge Hill once or twice recently, and she's had to really hunker down to make sure that it didn't notice her. Quite scary. We keep telling her that she should move back to Phandalin, but she continually refuses.
No, she's very stubborn. I've spoken with her about it, but she refuses.
But other than that, it's not much more seems to be developing really. Why have you got designs on it or something? You're going to be the first to claim its head, and
well, that's what we'd like to have happen, isn't it?
I mean, you're already, as far as I understand, the people around here already consider you a hero of sorts. That would be one way to solidify yourself in the annals of Phandalin's history.
Well, I mean, I'm not really doing it to be regarded as a savior or anything.
I am,
but it's if Adabra has seen it nearby, we can at least go speak to her, and maybe she can give us further information.
As you say that, you hear the door of the inn burst open, and there's Barthen, the
provisions guy.
Yeah, the provisions guy is in the doorway. He's kind of got like sweat down his face. He's got like a panicked look, and he just says, "You haven't got time to do that now. We're under attack."
What?
Orcs.
Oh my! And I just time to go.
Yeah, so
time to rumble.
You run outside. Toblin kind of like panics and says, "Well, what do we do? What do we do?" And as you rush past Barthen, you hear Barthen kind of barking orders and saying, "Look, you need to get behind the bar. Get your everyone. We need to get everyone.
If you have a basement, get them into the basement.
Yeah, get them in the basement.
Them.
I'll barricade the door with some of the furniture." And his apprentices, who I forget the names of, they're sorting out the shop. But he figured it was important to let you know, especially.
Yes.
So they're all doing that. You come outside, and the people are running around in a panic, as from the from the south here, where the Miners Trail is, there seems to be quite a large group of orcs, all marching in from the south. There's quite a large kind of ragtag group of them. They all seem to be quite. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, that's not going to be very good. 11.
11's.
Well, my passive is 14. If that. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. So with an 11, you notice that they seem a bit. They're not like orcs that you've fought before, in the sense that they all seem a bit.
Like they've got more brains?
No.
Oh.
No, the opposite. They seem desperate. There's a desperation in their face.
Oh god.
They all seem a bit. Like orcs are usually, just by their very nature and the fact that they train constantly and they fight a lot, they're all very muscle bound. And it seems like these guys have suffered a little bit from some muscular atrophy. Like they're all a bit thin for orcs. They're wearing kind of like the normal like armor pelts and stuff, but a lot of it seems quite ragged.
Like it doesn't fit.
Yeah, and there's just something about them that doesn't seem quite right. Like, yeah,
Are they just marching in? Are they hitting? Are they
they
attacking?
are
people?
charging in, and they're just going for everything that they can see.
Oh, right, okay.
Like civilians, like people that are going to meet them to fight, whatever, and they are just flooding in. There's probably about 20 of them.
Oh my god!
Where
are they hiding?
As you run out, kind of into the square, like near where the Shrine of Luck is,
I'm just gonna say
this
there.
central area here, you get met by a group of 6 of them, and let's roll some initiative.
Shit!
Just straight away, man. We're going in.
Dargo's just like fuck. Ooh. Ooh. I think Quinn's still asleep.
What did Quinn get?
4.
4. Bloody hell. He's normally quite good on these.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean, you get initiative, so that's initiative. You get advantage, so that's cheap. No, you don't. No, you don't. What am I talking about? I'm thinking about Tesdera.
No, I get advantage on my stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they're all charging, and it's like there's a front row and a back row. So there's like 3 charging towards, like charging through, and then 3 on the back row. And as you kind of step out, they come to meet you. And yeah, they just kind of let out this war cry, and they're going in. You get to act first, though.
And there's 6 of them coming at me?
The primary group that you're fighting is 6 of them. And there's kind of like, you can see, as you're glancing around, you can see small skirmishes breaking out. Like some of the more like well-equipped people who live here, you can see Lenine from the
Coster.
Yeah, from the Lion Shield Coster. She's come out. She's got like a sword in her hand, and she's fighting people. There are a few people.
I mentioned there's some sort of like guard force here.
Like,
Like,
not
like a lot, but I mean, I imagine there's a couple of
the
people...
local militia and things like that. There's basically the place is in chaos.
Yeah.
There's orcs fighting all over the place. It's just this is kind of your centralized point where you're protecting the inn and the hall and stuff. Okay, so what do you want to do?
How close are they to me at the moment?
What do you want to do?
I want to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay, well, they're not quite up to Spirit Guardians' range, but if they try and get in range of you, then they will be affected by it.
Well, and Spirit Guardians lasts up to 10 minutes, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
So you're just going straight in, cast Spirit Guardians, and
basically just be like, if you're coming to me, you're gonna have to work for it.
Okay, so yeah, there's kind of like a surge from your holy symbol, and the kind of aura of the little chickadees wearing helmets start to kind of like burst up from the ground and start swirling around you, like your super tails from Sonic 3. You've got the little flickies flying around you. That's it. I mean, against orcs before, that seems to be the way it works. So
yeah. Well, I figure it's got. I mean, the radius is.
It's 20 feet, isn't it? 15 feet from outside you. So.
But that's a pretty good it's a pretty good range. So like if a civilian ran in to like, I don't know, get cover or whatever, they would be protected. They'd be all right. Like maybe it wouldn't stop the orcs, but it could deter them.
Okay. So with that, you do that, and it's now the orcs' turn. The orcs that were charging towards you see you do this and immediately stop in their tracks.
Yeah.
And they're all going to pull out their javelins. Like the 3 that were in the back row were already preparing to do this. They quickly get their javelins out, and they're all going to try and go ahead with ranged attacks.
Okay.
So there's going to be 3 on you and 3 on Quinn.
Okay. Quinn, you better be ready to dodge.
He's super ready to dodge. He's just like,
He's gonna hide behind...
I'm ready for this. But we fought a fucking giant electric boar.
Yeah.
You think a bunch of orcs is going to stop us? He is, as far as he's concerned, you guys are invincible right now.
He says that, and I think briefly to before that fight when he got downed by a lightning bolt.
He got lightning in the face. Okay, so this is against you.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of these hit.
I just pull up my new I've decided what it looks like, by the way. It's got like
What?
a sun motif on the front of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like is it a bit like the sun shield from Dark Souls?
I would say yes if I remembered what that looked like.
It's got like the it's got a face on it.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Is it like a buckler shape? Or like
No, I imagine it's more like actually like a square
Okay.
shape. It's
Maybe
not
it's a
like
bit
it's not
more-
like a tower shield, but like
Maybe
a
it's a bit more
rectangle.
like geometric as well in
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
again,
it's dwarven, so it'd be very Art Deco.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for geometric stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so javelins, they have a +5 bonus. Yeah, none of those hit. That's a 14, a 9, and a 16
They just
against
they
your
just,
armor class of 19.
they just hit the shield and splinter into nothing.
Exactly. The other 3 go in for Quinn. That one's cocked. We have a 9, a 12, and a 17.
The 17 hits.
Oh my god. I remember when these guys used to give you a hard time. Quinn takes 4 piercing damage as one of them. He like raises
Nicks
his
him.
shield up to try and block, and it kind of comes through. He's got like a little chip in his shield or something, and it just slides across that and catches him on the shoulder.
Oof.
He's just like, ah,
Dicks.
damn it. Okay, with that it is his turn.
Well, they're standing outside of my chickadee range, aren't they?
They are, yes.
How far out of the range are they standing?
They stopped just before it. Like if you ran in to meet them, they would be in your range. So.
Well, I have to run in. I'm more
Yeah.
like, is Quinn going to shoot?
But I mean, you go immediately after Quinn, so you could
Oh,
easily
okay.
coordinate. Like if
Yeah.
I run in and have a go at them,
yeah,
you
so
could run in to meet me, and then they'd be in range.
yeah, so Quinn's going to run in with his, and he's going to attack the first one he gets up to with his Dragon Slayer
Okay.
longsword. +9 to hit. Oh my god, 16 plus 9.
Yeah,
which is
that's-
a million.
That'll do it. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, and he can attack twice, doesn't he?
Can attack
Okay, so I'm gonna do the second attack. He can reroll ones.
Yep.
So that, yeah, 13 plus
Okay. Yeah. So both of those hit.
7, 8, 9 plus 8, 17.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Quinn just kind of goes, right, let's be having ya, and he charges in, kind of like, I almost feel like at this point, because he's like stood near you,
Yeah.
he does this thing where he kind of, you look to where he was and he's gone, and then you feel this weight hit your back as Quinn like leapfrogs over you, and he's like, whoa,
Because he's always gotta look cool.
he comes down on the orc and then slices upwards, like just does like a V motion.
Yeah.
And it just takes the orc off its feet and it lands to the floor dead.
Nice. And he's just like, yeah, what up?
Fucking Quinn, hi Topple. Maybe you'd have heard of me. I killed your god. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move in with him to meet the next. I'm finally gonna get a chance to use my new axe. So I'm gonna do the thing where I like flip it in my hand and then I'm gonna run in
So
behind
you
Quinn
draw this like cobalt blue treated
with like a
treated
wave,
iron
yeah.
axe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm running in and I'm going for the next orc boy.
Okay.
Oof, that's not very good. 13?
13 just hits.
Sweet. Yeah, 11 plus, or no, 5 plus 8 is 13, yeah. So 1d8 plus 5. Ooh, max damage, so 13 damage.
13 damage. So yeah, you swing the axe across, and like kind of like when you first try to wield it, it feels like the blade's cutting through water.
Yeah.
So it moves kind of with that unnatural speed, and it slices into the orc. Takes this kind of like deep gauge out of its chest. It kind of goes. It's still going. It's still alive, but it's severely wounded. It's like clutching its chest and breathing heavily.
And then, this is on their turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Which I'm assuming it is now, unless you want to do anything with the bonus action.
No.
No. Okay.
No. that's
So
fine.
yeah, the orc that you just hit, basically the 2 orcs that are in the front row are going to be affected by your spirit guardians. The others are a bit far
Yeah,
away.
that's fine.
So they both have to make. Is it wisdom saves?
It is a.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom 50. It says here.
Wisdom 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it half as much on a save?
Yeah, if they save, they take half the damage.
So I'm gonna roll the damage.
First one fails. The second one also fails. They both fail.
11 damage.
11 damage. So the first one is just completely destroyed. Like
The one that I was attacking.
Yeah, the chickadees just kind of like surround his face and start like pecking at him and flying through him. He's just like,
yeah. Get wrecked.
How much damage was that? Sorry, 11.
11.
Okay, that's the first one. The second one gets a bit ravaged as well in a similar sense. Like he's kind of riddled with these glowing, like glittering wounds now. But
my Beyblade of birds.
Still going. Pulls out his great axe and is gonna go for you.
Okay. Bring it on.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 9 plus 5, so that's 14. So it just glances off your armor. The other 3 that are remaining are gonna go for you as well.
Okay.
With their javelins.
Because I'm the biggest threat.
Yep. They are gonna back off as well. What's the range of their javelin?
I think javelins are pretty far.
It's only 30 feet.
Oh, never mind.
Short range. So they're gonna come out to the max range. You can see like around you as well. Like the fight is still carrying on.
Yeah.
It's quite intense, but it does seem like they're being rebuffed quite easily. You glance around and it almost seems like they're attacking the inn and they're attacking the farmsteads and stuff. There's the orchard up to the northwest.
So like
they seem to be targeting where food and supplies are.
Right. Okay.
But these guys are targeting you.
Yeah.
So we've got, oh my god, one of them actually hit you. We've got a 14, a 15, and a 19.
That one just hits.
Just hits. Manages to kind of get between the creases in your armor and deals max damage. What a hero! 9 piercing damage.
Oh, I have to make a concentration check, don't I?
You will have to make a concentration check for your chickadees.
11
you
plus.
You concentrate. That's fine.
I'm assuming it was at least 10.
So it's always half the damage you take, or 10, whichever is the higher of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So you took
9
damage, so reduced to 6, so it's 10.
Okay.
Minimum of 10.
Okay.
But yeah, so you succeed on that. And yeah, they've backed off. So those two, that one attack. Thanks. Boom, boom, boom. It's now Quinn's turn.
Is there one? And there's one left.
There's one in melee range.
Okay.
And then there's 3 at long range.
He's gonna attack the melee boy.
Okay. We'll let you do. You can just do the one for this one if you want, and then you can always do another attack. Yeah.
Well, he's not gonna be able to run into their range if they're like 30 feet away. Quinn, I think, because he's a halfling. They only can,
he's only got 25.
Yeah, so he can only he could only just get up to them, but
there would be a gap. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna just do the one swing. 14 plus 9.
Yeah, that hits even without the bonus.
6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, he just cleaves that one across the belly, like seppuku style.
Yeah. But he is going to. If he knows that I'm about to follow right behind him, he's probably going to run in.
He's going to advance.
He's going to give chase.
Because the only thing you have to bear in mind as well is your movement speed is reduced as well. So, like, you're only at 25 movement speed. So, I mean, if you follow up to them, they will be in range of the Spirit Guardians. Yeah. So you can at least do that and then make a long range attack. But anyway, it's your turn.
Yeah. So yeah, Quinn's going to run up his full movement.
Yep.
And then
so there's like a small gap now between him and them.
I'm gonna 80 feet. Yeah. I mean, I could shoot and then run in, couldn't I?
You can do it in any order you want.
Because I'm assuming, does it have disadvantage if I get too close to them though?
If you get into melee range with them.
So I could just run up.
You could run your full 25 feet, and because there's a 5-foot gap between you can just pop a shot off.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So
you run. As you're running, you put Ripple away. You pull out your light crossbow, load it, pachoo, off you go.
16 plus 5.
21. Yeah, that hits.
1d8 plus 2. Nice, max damage. So 10.
10 damage. Boosh. Yeah, you manage to hit one like right in the eye. It
Oof.
staggers back, and it's now their turn, so they're gonna have to make some wisdom saves.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. One of them saved.
Really? He made 15.
One of them rolled exactly 15.
Wow, amazing. So he only takes 8 damage, and the others take 16 damage.
Oh my god. So for the purposes of this, I will just say that the one that saved was the one with the lower hit points. So there's this like flash as you march towards them, and they kind of there's like a moment where they all kind of look at each other like, this is bad, we've made a mistake, and you charge in, you shoot your crossbow bolt and charge in, and before they even have a chance to turn and run away and kind of regroup with others, the this like tornado of birds gets even stronger and just and they're just gone.
Okay, and now that that's done,
as this kind of like clears out, you can see that the rest of the battles around you are dying down as well.
Okay.
It seems like the few people that were able to fight amongst the town have managed to get control of what's going on.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Do you see any signs of Talos on them?
Make a perception check for Quinn.
I think he's pretty good at perception. Yeah, he's got +4 in perception. 11.
No.
Can I go over to one of the bodies and see if they have like
you kind of look
symbol?
at, they're wearing very, like, it's like I mentioned before, they're kind of wearing tattered clothing. They look a little starved. They don't appear to be wearing anything that would denote them as worshippers of Talos. At which point, there's like a few people have gathered up, like a guard, like a member of the militia kind of comes up and goes, "Is everybody all right?"
Yeah, we're fine. Are they all gone?
We've routed them. It's we're safe. And at this point, Glenine, who's kind of like this tall, kind of like graying haired, like older woman, kind of like walks towards you with like a long sword in hand, which she's cleaning now, like it's covered in blood, and she's just kind of wiping it down with a cloth. And she says, "I've captured one of them."
I'd like to speak with him, if that's possible.
It's interesting. Yeah, that shouldn't be too difficult. He speaks common, funnily enough.
Good.
He definitely seems more chatty than the others.
Can you take me to him?
Certainly. Follow me, and she leads you back to the Lion's Shield Costa, which is her shop where she sells like the weapons and armor and stuff.
Whoop.
And she leads you. She said it's a bit of a ramshackle attempt confining him, but I did the best I could with the time that I had. And she leads you into kind of like a safe room that's kind of like under heavy lock and key, and you see this orc that's been disarmed. Quite literally, his hands have been cut off.
Oh shit!
But he's also only got one eye, but that was from beforehand. Like he's got a scar across his face. Actually no, it's more like he's got a claw mark down his face that's taken out one of his eyes, and he's got like a makeshift kind of eye patch on. And he is currently pinned under a massive shelving unit full of like armor and metal equipment and stuff that she's clearly just like grabbed and pulled over him.
Okay.
She goes, "Well, here you are, you have visitors." He just kind of
What's your name, stranger?
"I am Crossskull."
Crossskull. Were you guys raiding for food?
Oi! Quinn like comes up and stamps on his wound, like on his
yeah,
on his wrist. Like, The lady asked you a question. And he just coughs again. He goes, yes.
Are you from up in the mountains?
We are. We had claimed Icespire thing. We had claimed Icespire Keep as our home before it was taken from us and we were forced out.
Was it the White Dragon?
It was. The one known as Cryovane.
Cryovane.
A monstrous beast. Smashed in through one of the walls. Took everything we owned.
I'm just gonna say as an aside, I like the fact that I probably still have Spirit Guardians up, but they're like perched on me, like waiting. I guess
they're all like standing like.
I look like a Disney princess. I'm just covered in birds.
Yeah, they're all like giving eyes to the orc, like. Yeah.
Were all the others killed? I'm gonna ask Lenine.
Some of them ran away, but I believe that they will think twice before attacking again. He claims that some of their number allied with a half-orc tribe of followers of Talos.
Well, I'm sure you've heard what happened to them, and I can comfortably say that I was the one who did it, so...
He just kind of, he's like making a conscious effort not to make eye contact with you. He just says, they were fools. We chose to go our own way.
Can I do an insight check on
You certainly can.
That's not very good. Well, 12. That's not too bad, actually. It's not super great, but
he seems like he's being forthright. I mean, he's dying, so. Or should I say he's bleeding out at this point? I think Lenine is taking some time to like tidy up his wound and stuff. Wounds. She messed him up pretty good. He's just like, yeah. So he doesn't appear to be lying.
Can we pull the shelving unit off of him?
I don't think that's a good idea. It's right where he belongs, I think.
True, but he's also very injured, and my magic would make very quick work if he tried anything funny.
One of the birds angrily tweets.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna go over to him, and I'm gonna be like,
Lenine and Quinn will.
Yeah.
Lift the shelving unit up.
I'm assuming he's not very quick to get up from.
He does get up,
but
and he kind of like stands to his feet very shakily, like pulls his leg up underneath him and slowly rises up to his feet, and he's got some inches on you.
Yeah, well,
so he's kind of like looking.
He's got feet on me.
He's looking down at you, but he seems very like. His demeanor is very defeatist. Like he's just not. This is the least threatening you've ever seen an orc, apart from when they're dead.
Would you show us the path to Icespire Peak or Icespire Keep?
Icespire Keep. I'm not going back there. I would rather die. The place you are looking for is an Icespire Keep. The journey there is treacherous as it is long. I'm not going back there. I would sooner die here.
I'd very much like to get rid of this dragon problem. I find it very understandable yet troublesome that you will not show us the way.
You are our enemies. You have been our enemies since time immemorial. I'm not about to start helping you now. Just leave me, just... Leave me. Kill me now, or let me leave to die in the forest alone. I care not for what you do after that.
They say in some places the enemy of my enemy is a friend. But
you are no friend of mine.
Very well. And Durabel's just gonna step aside to like let him go.
And he does. He kind of like with his stumps. He just sort of slowly makes his way over. I mean, the door's wide open. The place is a bit of a mess, and he just slowly makes his way out and wanders off. And Quinn just kind of like looks puzzlingly at him as he leaves, then looks at you, and just kind of goes, "Well, at least we've got a name now. At least we know where we're going."
Lenine, do you know where Icespire Keep is?
I've heard of it. You can only really see it in the mountains on a good day, and it doesn't appear to be a good day today. The clouds have come down. So like she kind of points out the mountain range of Icespire Peak, and the clouds have come down kind of over the top of it. And she says it's normally you can normally see it up there somewhere, but it's cloaked in the clouds at the moment. I wouldn't recommend going without a guide, but if you're dead set on putting this cryo vein to the sword, you may not have a choice. No one that I know in town is well versed with the area.
I mean, there's only really two options at this point. The options are either to try and find our way up there, or try and lure it down into somewhere here, because Quinn and I both have seen evidence that it does come down from the mountain. The problem is a matter of when it decides to do that and where it decides to go.
You also have the disadvantage that you can't fly.
Yes, that is a big problem as well.
It may be best to confront the beast in its home, lest if you attract it down here and then it runs away, flies back to its
home,
to its roost, then it's a lot of time and resources wasted.
Well,
at least in my limited knowledge of dragons.
No, you have a good point. Well, Quinn, looks like we need to buy some warm clothes for traveling.
Alright, I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. I want to kick this bastard's door down, like he's done to many others.
And despite all of the feelings I have for orcs aside, I still do have enough compassion in my heart that I am troubled by the fact that they've been displaced from their homes. There's a part of me that believes that they would not have come down to bother if they were allowed to stay where they lived. I mean, the manticore we encountered was also only there because he was pushed out of his home and was desperate. We might have to visit, I forgot her name. We might have to visit Adabra and see if we can pick up some more potions while we're at it as well.
Alright.
We still needed to ask her about if she'd seen it recently as well. So
yes, if you want to go and do that, you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna go get Lily, and we're gonna go see Adabra after sort of making sure.
Did you want to go and see Barthen first for wintry clothes, or?
No, I was sort of my idea was that we were gonna. I mean, it's kind of early in the day. A part of me was kind of thinking maybe, just pick up like provisions and stuff. Try and come up with sort of a plan, and then set out like in the the next morning.
Right. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go visit Adabra.
Okay.
See if we can pick up some more potions.
Yeah. So you go and visit the windmill on Bridge Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there.
Yeah. Does it have ice on it?
You do no, but you do distinctly notice there is a series of grooves.
Like something was clawing it.
Yeah, and one of the blades of the windmill does look like it's been damaged and then subsequently repaired.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go and knock on the door.
Okay. There's a moment of silence, and then several locks unlatch, and then the door opens, and yeah, you see Adabra standing before you. She goes, "Oh, good morning, Durabel."
Hi, sorry, I hope we didn't we're not imposing too much, but we'd like to pick up some potions. If that do you have any?
Yes, of course. Let me just check how many I've got in stock that are ready. I've just been brewing a fresh batch, and by check how many are ready.
How many cards?
The DM checks how many cards are available, but that is the way that it works out.
I also
like the guide even says like the amount she has in stock are the amount of potions of healing that you have in your possession, which is quite a good way of doing it. In fairness,
I wanted to ask you as well, Dabra, when the kind of gesture, when you were last visited by the White Dragon.
Yes, well, I thought that the Manticore was the end of my problems, but no, the fabled White Dragon that's been terrorizing these areas did pay me a visit. If it was to simply purchase potions, I would have been a much more happier lady. But no, he appeared to be hunting. Had his eye on some of the animals that had wandered into the hill area recently, and against my better judgment, I distracted him so that they could escape. And then he turned his attention onto me, but fortunately got bored and left after a time.
I'm surprised that it didn't give more. No, not that I wanted you to get hurt, but that's quite a scary.
Well, I've seen it in the area a couple of times, and it appears to be quite an opportunistic hunter. He only makes as much effort as it needs to.
Yeah, sounds about right. When was that? Just as reference.
A couple of weeks ago.
We've come to purchase potions because we are looking to go up, make the climb to Icespire Keep.
Well, that would certainly help with my business. I've been quite reticent to go out to gather herbs for my brewing with this all going on. So yes, it would be very.
I mean, the town is still asking you to go down, but
no, my place is here. I have 4 in stock at the moment that are ready and potent enough to have a substantial effect. They are yours for 50 gold pieces apiece, should you wish to purchase them.
I would, but would you offer me a discount if I bought all 4 of them?
Oh, make a persuasion check.
No, 9.
9. She nods as if to be like, yeah, I know what you're doing.
Like, yeah.
Unfortunately, as I've said, acquiring the ingredients to brew these potions is getting difficult.
Scarce.
So unfortunately, I can't offer you a discount at this time.
That's fine. I'm just it's just been one of those days. I thought I would just try something a little different.
No, of course. There's no hard feelings. I completely understand. I'm glad you understand my position.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. You've done us a good turn by selling us potions, so I don't want to. I don't want to push it. I'm not very good at doing that sometimes anyway. So, yes, I'll hand her the 200 gold.
So you want all 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So she just hands
We're
you.
taking all.
She
We're
just
loading
hands
up,
you this
boys.
small leather satchel that's got these 4 vials, and it's kind of like bottles. And they are. How many do you have now? You have the whole deck.
Yeah.
You must have like a huge stockpile.
So I've got a potion of greater healing and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 healing potions.
Oh my god.
hey man, if I end up using all of my spells in battle, we need something to keep us getting up.
True. It's very true. Okay, so
we're gonna make our way
she
back.
just says, "Good luck on your travels."
Yeah, you'll know how successful or not we are by our return.
Okay. She she closes the door and you guys make your way back to Fandolin. Fortunately, she didn't notice Lily because that
I was
would have
just
been
about
another
to ask
conversation.
that. Yeah.
Lily was just kind of hanging around nearby. She was too preoccupied with you. So yeah, you guys make your way back to Fandolin. Is there anything else that you would like to do before setting off?
Buying winter clothes and stuff from Barthen.
Okay, so you go over to Barthen's, and
I'm also gonna ask Barthen if you, by any chance, has a map of the mountains. I don't know if anyone's mapped it out.
No, unfortunately. There's not a lot of people go up there.
Ah, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, it's a bit treacherous. There are a few people that are trained as guides, but they only pass through every now and again. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't really help you there. What are you after?
We need some winter clothes, and I think we have I think we're all right on rations. We need winter clothes to keep us warm. Maybe is climbing gear a thing? Do we need climbing gear? Maybe.
I mean, you can get a climber's kit, which has like bits and bobs, but you should have some stuff in your equipment that might help out with that. I don't know what you've.
Oh, we need to get that. We don't have that.
You don't have that anymore. This is what you don't keep your shit up to date. Let's have a look at what's in a climber's kit if you want to have a look at that. Yeah. So there's traveler's clothes, which is 2 gold pieces a pop, which is kind of like it would contain like warm clothing and stuff like that because it's designed to be like rugged and for going out on the road. Climber's kit. A climber's kit is 25 gold pieces. It includes special pitons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. You can use the climber's kit as an action to anchor yourself. When you do, you can't fall more than 25 feet from the point where you anchored yourself, and you can't climb more than 25 feet away from that point without undoing the anchor. So it just kind of like fixes you on a set point.
I mean, it might be good to have just in case. So, would we need multiple climbers kits, or would
you would need one for each of you?
Okay.
Because that's good for one person.
Okay, so we're gonna need 2 climbers kits, 2 sets of traveler's clothes.
So that's gonna be 54 gold pieces in total.
Can we make it an even 50?
Oh, persuasion check.
Doorbell's not doing good today. Oh, 11 plus 0.
Yeah, go on then. If you're doing us a service by trying to get rid of this dragon, it's the least I can do. 12.
Thank you.
Watch you fight those orcs. It's pretty impressive. Far be it from me to make you angry.
Wow. I'd never do that to you. Unless you were a worshipper of Talos.
I know that you mention it.
Insight check. No, okay, so I hand him the 50.
Okay. So he hands you kind of like these 2 big bundles of kind of like fuzzy clothing.
Is that one?
Yeah, I feel like there's.
I thought like winter clothes was a specific thing.
Yeah, I thought there was cold weather clothing as well. Just look for clothes.
Fine traveler
no,
mending. No,
I don't think so. No, but we'll say that those are they're travelers' clothes, but they're specifically intended for doing that. Like traveling in colder climes. Okay.
I don't know why I have a potion of healing in here when I have all my potions of healing right there. So I'm just gonna remove this one.
Okay. All right. When are you setting off?
Probably first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Good idea.
Get some rest. Yeah, mostly that. Do you know how? Trying to roughly think of how long it would take us to get up there. How much food we might need.
Difficult to say. It's quite a large area.
We've got 8 rations. And a ration lasts a day, so it's 8 days worth of food. How much are rations?
They're not expensive.
Oh, 4 gold pieces.
No,
Wait,
4 gold pieces for a day's worth of rations.
is that? What if we?
No. I think it's if remove 1 from the quantity. Yeah. Okay. So it's 5 silver, I think, for a day's worth of rations.
Right. Okay.
It's just that's 4 gold pieces for all 8 of them.
Right. Okay. So if I wanted to add more,
it would be 5 silver a piece per day.
so if I buy 6, that means we have like 2 weeks worth of food.
Yeah, you'd have 14 days worth of rations.
Yeah.
But that's 1 day's worth of rations for you.
Yeah.
But you can assume that Quinn will sort himself out.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
that would be
3 golds worth?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you were just blazing through your money.
that's what I was saving it for.
That's fair.
I was saving it for like bulking up.
So bump that up to 14.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Well, I suppose we can just take it easy, relatively easy the rest of the day, and then tomorrow we're leaving first thing in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend the rest of the day chilling out. Quinn...
I offer a prayer at the shrine, and then before I go to bed, I'm going to offer a prayer to Moradin.
Okay. Feeling pretty good. Just... Yeah.
I'm still feeling a little bit weird about that orc encounter, but I feel like Durabel's sort of like, I feel like I made the right decision. I feel like it was better to just let him go instead of senselessly killing him.
What was his name again?
Don't ask me that. I didn't know that.
It was like Crosscall.
Yeah, Crosscall.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that as well, because you never know. Okay. So yeah, you guys chill out. You make your prayer. You go to sleep. You're feeling confident, but there is that nervousness. Quinn is bouncing off the walls. Kind of in the tavern in the evening, he's there drinking loads of ale and being like, hey, we're going to kill a dragon tomorrow. You watch this space, Dragon Slayer Quinn Icespire.
And I'm just like, Quinn, don't get too drunk, because if I have to travel with you hungover, I will kill you.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Do you want some?
No.
More for me. Here. Snowblind. Hey, Snowblind started.
Oh my god, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs and offer my prayers.
Quinn is having a one-man party.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's probably got some other people who are in there probably drinking with him.
As you're like trying to get to sleep in bed, you just hear this kind of like muffled Quinn Dragon Slayer. Oh! Quinn Dragon Slayer.
Oh my god. If he's like this tomorrow, I'm going to kill him and throw him in the snow.
The next day arrives, and you come downstairs, and Quinn is face down on the table.
Oh my god.
Just like arms spread out. Like.
I'm just gonna go, Quinn. Slam my hand on the table.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, morning.
What did I say?
You said we're gonna go fight the dragon.
Yes.
And you should have as many.
I did not
maybe
say.
Still a little bit drunk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said to have as many drinks as possible.
Toblin, do you have like a barrel of water somewhere? No, I just like sitting somewhere.
Yeah, he brings out like a pail of water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
use-
No,
use-
I was gonna try
I use this to clean the glasses.
and I just dump it on Quinn.
Oh! He like sees his life flash before his eyes.
This is like icy water hits him.
Okay, I'm awake now. Breakfast?
Snowblind, can you make us some food, please?
Yeah, I was already working on it.
Thank you.
This guy.
Quinn, you better drink lots of water before we leave.
I'll be fine. I've got an iron stomach.
Is that what you were telling yourself after you...
No, I was raised by dwarves. I know my way around a drink or two. I know that doesn't really mean anything to you, but...
No, that's fair enough. Just don't be whining too hard on the road.
Look, you know me. I was going to do that anyway.
Durabel doesn't laugh. I'm laughing. But Durabel has like a... Like, yeah, like, who is I kidding sort of thing. Moradin, please guide me that I strike true against my enemies and not my allies for irritating me.
So you have some breakfast. And Quinn is just like, oh my god, I need this right now. He just like scarfs it down. And
if it comes to it, I maybe delay when I was expecting to leave so that I'm like, if he gets himself full and he gets it out of his system, then maybe it won't be so bad once we're on the road.
He's fine. Yeah, maybe about half an hour passes and he's pretty much right. He does take some time getting ready, like getting his traveler's gear on.
Well, he doesn't probably need to put it on quite yet. I imagine we could get it on once it starts getting a bit.
I might as well get ready now while I'm comfortable. And he's kind of the furs on his are like really thick, so it's almost like he kind of puts the hood up and his face just gets lost in like this fur lining. I was gonna make a reference, but you wouldn't get it because in A Christmas Story, there's this whole thing like where she dresses the kid up to go outside, and he's just like, he must have like sweaters on. He's got a snowsuit, but the whole joke is like he's so packed with stuff that he can't put his arms down, so he just like waddles around like waving his arms like that. In a similar vein, like people who've been like watching the streams and stuff, kind of like Anne. Mm-hmm. When she goes to visit Yusuke in Persona 5 and she's got all the layers of clothes on. It was kind of cold today. Yeah. Just so because she's been like roped into pretending to nude model for him. Yeah. So she puts like loads and loads of layers of clothes on to make it take as long as possible for her to take her clothes off. It's very funny. It's the dance that she does when she's her idol dance. Anyways, off topic. Yeah, so I'll probably actually get my traveler's clothes on as well. Yours fits a bit better. Yeah. Like, I mean, he had clothing for smaller races. You almost wonder if maybe Barton did this on purpose a little bit, just because it was funny. The guy has got a sense of humor. Yeah. So, but yeah, Belle probably finds it slightly amusing as well, given the shit that he puts her through. Yeah. But anyway. I just think maybe if he pulls his hood up, I won't be able to hear all his talking through his muffled. Right, are we going then? Yes. Cool. And he starts marching out of Fanlin going, Quinn, I topple, Dragon Slayer, just chanting it. And I wave Toblin goodbye and we head out. Come back alive. That's the plan. And you make your way up and you follow the path. So Lenine would have given you like basic directions towards the mountain path. So on the map here, you kind of, the easiest way is you kind of have to go around and kind of get up this way. This way, okay. Are you? Oh, here's a question. I don't know. Are you taking Lily? I think we would take Lily up to a point where maybe it's not as grassy. Like, it's one of those things where we'll ride her for a little while, but it might reach a point where I like hop off and I'm like, look, Lily, we're gonna be going into the snow. It might be It might be really difficult for you to climb through it, you know. And she is unfortunately not a Skyrim horse. Yeah, she's not. Those things are machines. Yeah, she's not a Skyrim horse. So yeah, I'd probably ride her as close to the mountains as possible. But maybe like once it starts getting a bit like
colder, you would.
I think it would reach a point where you notice that Lily is starting to struggle to hold her footing.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit steep.
Yeah.
The temperature's going down, and while that really doesn't affect her, it's kind of making it more difficult for her to hold her footing. She's slipping every now and again.
Yeah. So
it does eventually reach a point where you kind of go, right, okay, it's going to be better if we leave her behind.
Yeah.
What do you do with her?
Well, she's a pretty clever horse, so I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna be like, Lily, we're gonna be going up the mountains for a little bit. I don't know how long it'll be before we come back down, but you are free to go where your heart takes you, or if you want to head back to near Phandalin. You know, if you want to just keep an ear out for the whistle for when we make it closer.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh, I'm shit at these. Oh no, I have +1. 16?
16. Okay. She like gently nudges you with her head.
I pet her nose.
She's kind of reluctant to. She like tries to follow you a little bit, but you told her and you explained. I mean, she doesn't understand you, but she kind of gets the hint that maybe you're going and that she isn't to follow. And she just you kind of see as you're leaving, she just folds her legs and sits down.
Aww.
in the general in the way that horses do.
Yeah.
Kind of loafs a little bit.
Yeah, loaf.
Horse loaf.
Yeah.
And just there, and you just hear her kind of make the odd noise. Kind of the spectral.
I probably would have left one of the nicer blankets on her that we bought out of the millions of them, just so like, I don't know. She probably doesn't get cold, but there's that part of me that's like, I feel bad, so she have a blanket. Yeah.
And she just watches you go.
Give her a little wave and head off.
Okay. As you make
apparently Doorbell's very cute with animals.
She is. She's very good.
Oh no,
it's a long boy. You'll want to reset Quinn's HP as well. It's annoying that doesn't. You can't just tell him to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Anyway, you start making your way up. So yeah, you spend probably pretty much a full day until you reach this point, because you've got to kind of go around the hills.
Gotta go all the way around.
I mean, you were on Lily, so no, it'd be about half the day. And you start like climbing, and it's getting towards like mid-afternoon, towards late afternoon at this point, and you get higher and higher up within the Icespire Peak part of the Sword Mountains, and it starts to get a bit dark. It's difficult to tell whether it's dark because you're high up or it's dark because it's getting late.
Yeah.
But considering when you got off Lily, you're thinking, no, it's probably just because the clouds are quite dense here and we're getting up to a higher part of the mountains.
Yeah.
It's cold. Very, very cold. Like you see, like the snow is starting to get more and more numerous as you keep going up.
Instead of it just being patches, it's like fields of snow. Yeah.
Look, I know it's snow, but it's cold. I just thought it's important for you to know that it's cold. I'm cold.
Yeah, doesn't it remind you a little bit of home?
No.
Fort Boulder got cold sometimes.
Not like this. Not like frozen wastes cold.
Yeah, well, something tells me that it's only gonna get colder, especially once we get up to this dragon, wherever he is.
You keep climbing, and you maybe keep going for a few more hours. Your pace is like really slowing now because of the temperature going down, and it's getting quite windy as well. And you reach a point where your path is kind of filters down into a very, very thin, maybe like 3 to 5 feet wide cliff ledge.
Oh no.
That kind of stands jutting out of an extremely steep cliff face that's maybe 60 feet up in the air, with like a thick layer of snow up on, like, that's piled on top of it. And and this cliff face just overlooks what appears to be a pure white abyss.
Oh dear.
And you can hear this like
Yeah, the howling wind.
as the fierce wind brushes against the side of the cliff face and over and around. What would you like to do?
Firstly, I wanted to.
Quinn's just like, I'm out. That does not look safe. That's not up to code at all.
Is there anywhere? Did we see anywhere that we could sort of duck into to kind of get some cover for the night?
For the night here, maybe if you backtracked a little bit, yes.
Well, because we don't know how long this cliff path is, do we?
No. It kind of arcs around the corner, so because it almost like follows the.
Yeah, I am going to look at Quinn and go, let's backtrack to a place that we saw with some cover, and maybe the winds will die down by the morning.
Okay.
Or at least we can hope.
You do that. You set up camp, and Quinn is just like, I'm really not looking forward to sleeping.
No, but we gotta do what we can.
Okay, so you set up, you bed down. Nothing happens.
Oh god.
And you awaken in the morning. You kind of come out of your sleep to almost be blinded by the sunlight up against the snow. It's like the snow blindness is crazy at this point. It was kind of more of a grey before, whereas now it's like ugh.
It's like this is why they recommend you wear sunglasses in the winter, sort of thing.
The wind isn't as bad, but it's still there, and you can still hear the like howling against the wall. You get the impression that this is just kind of a natural phenomenon because of the way that the hill is and the way the air naturally flows. This wind is always going to be there in some form.
Okay, so I'm gonna go look, Quinn. I think that's the only way we can keep going. So what I recommend is we're gonna get our climber's kit ready. We're gonna put on our boot tips, gloves, and harness, and we're gonna use the pitons to anchor, and we're basically gonna sidle across the cliff's edge.
Okay.
Try and kind of use the pitons as like spikes to kind of like do this sort of thing. Oh, sorry. But I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, tie your rope to one of them. So always stick it to the. I suppose you could. Yeah, basically have your rope secured to the pitons, so that way, if something happens, you're still secure, or at least secure long enough that I can get you.
Okay.
We're gonna keep close as we're moving, because last thing I need is for one of us to climb too far away and then something happens.
So you take some time, you set up the climber's kit, kind of anchor it to a point, and you start slowly making your way across 25 feet at a time. As you reach the point where it reaches the corner, you glance up and you swear that in amongst the snow at the top, you can see something.
Oh shit.
Like a dark shape blocking out the light. Make a perception check.
That's a natural one.
Natural one. You look up and the sun reflects in your eyes from the snow. You can see a shape, but you can't tell what it is.
Yeah. And
you just hear this slam against the ground, followed by a rumbling and a howling as this massive sheet of snow descends down towards the top of both you and Quinn.
Okay.
I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. Because you got the climber's kit, they will be with advantage.
Okay. Oh dear. We're gonna die. 10 and 15 for me. So
15, so 17.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Quinn is 13. You got a natural 20.
Cool.
So is it dex? So 21.
Dex save, so yeah 21. Okay, yeah. So you both kind of like hold firm onto the
pittons.
onto the pittons. You kind of pull yourself in close as this sheet of ice just flows down over the pair of you. It does hit you, but you stay firm, and you can feel it trying to force you off the edge.
Yeah.
But you manage to hold firm, and it brushes over you. You're left with just this like pile of snow on top of the pair of you. You're both very cold. And it was a heavy impact, but you don't take any damage or anything like that. It just kind of takes the wind out of your sails, and you're left there like the shape, whatever it was. You see it kind of it makes a noise of like, and then it takes off.
It flies off,
like vanishes into the distance, like behind the cliff face, so you can't see it anymore. And Quinn is there, like they're like.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Can I look around the corner again and see how much further it is?
You look around the corner and it's not that much further. Okay. It's probably about, I mean, considering the speed that you're going, it's probably going to be about another 20 minutes.
Okay.
But that's not, because you have to detach, reattach.
Yeah.
Move 25 feet, detach, reattach, and just keep going. So, but it doesn't take you that long to get to the other side, and you've managed to escape this particularly treacherous section, which is probably part of the reason why not a lot of people come up here.
Yeah.
And you make your way through to like the next patch of this like mountain range. There are some lone trees that are standing in the area, but not very many.
Maybe we get up to the first tree and we kind of take a moment to be like,
take a quick rest.
Yeah.
And then you keep going. You as you advance further, you come across you notice a couple of figures in the distance, 4-legged figures in the distance, and as you approach closer, you can see that they are a pair of wolves, kind of tattered, scraggly looking wolves, maybe haven't seen a meal in a while, that seem to be like biting and nipping at a conspicuous looking mound in the snow.
Is it I'm a bit curious. And I can't tell if it's like a dead body or anything from here, can I?
Make a perception check.
I'm rolling really bad on my perception. 13?
13. You can see that the one of the wolves appears to have some sort of fabric in its mouth as it's kind of pulling at something.
I'm going to have my axe and shield out, and I'm going to approach and kind of try and intimidate them away.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Be like,
you're like careful with the mic.
I'm about as intimidating as a bee.
The wolves kind of like turn to face you and start growling. They are unperturbed by your advance. What do you want to do? They're not attacking you, but they're holding their ground.
I'm going, even though my intimidation didn't work, I'm going to have my shield ready and I'm going to press it a little bit, kind of.
Okay.
Show them that I mean business.
All right. I mean, let's be real. They're just wolves. So if you did try to fight them, because what will happen is as you approach, they will attack you. What would Durabel do in response to
that? Maybe not attack to kill, but attack to just to scare them away.
Okay. So let's do a quick, because they will launch a couple of attacks at you before anything else happens. We won't do initiative for this because if you did attack them, you would just obliterate them.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not trying to kill them. I'm just trying to get them to back off.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and it's one of those things where it's like if it's food, then if it's dead, then I'll just leave it.
They do actually both hit you.
Oh, amazing.
So the first one deals 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
17 plus
yeah,
4.
it latches onto your arm, and you're just like, no, get off me. The other one deals 9 piercing damage.
Damn.
They're pretty ferocious. They've got like hunger in their eyes. And Quinn's just like, what do we do?
Can I see now what it is they were pulling at?
You glance over at the mound, and you can see a hand poking out of the mound of snow. It's like a very cold looking,
like a very long dead.
Make a perception check.
13 plus 4, 17.
17. No. It looks like it just looks cold. Like it's kind of got the almost
Frostbite.
gluing, frostbitey sort of look to it. But it looks like it's not been there for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these wolves are like trying to get you to back off, almost like because that's their meal essentially that you're currently interrupting them from.
Mm-hmm. If they don't look, if there's a chance that they might not be dead, so I just want to scare them away for a bit. I just want to see if this person's dead or not.
Okay, well, how are you going to do that?
Can I if I cast, does Spare the Dying have any effect? Like, well, no, I suppose I don't know if they're dying. Oh no, I have to touch them to do that. Can I just like Sacred Flame? Like one of them, or
you can, but you can't really Sacred Flame non-lethally. It's more weapon attacks and stuff that you do that with. Do you have what other spells do you have? Do you have anything like, I don't know, fear or something like that?
No.
Just fireball them, fuck it.
No. No, I'm just gonna use the axe again. I don't really have any spells that do.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll attack.
But of course, I'm not lethally doing it. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
So, 15.
15. Okay, so you kind of swing out the, we'll say the blunt end of the axe. You just kind of try to hit them with the dull end, like back off. Go ahead and roll damage just to see.
I bet the chat's like, "What are you doing? They're probably dead. Just leave them." Oh shit. That was max damage. So, 8 plus 5.
Okay, so you bonk the wolf kind of on the back of the neck with the blunt end of the axe, and it just crumples onto the floor.
Is it dead?
No.
Okay, it's just
knocked it out.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's dead unless you.
Okay.
The only time that I did that was when a barbarian recklessly attacked someone and crit, and then tried to say it was non-lethal.
I non-lethally crit them with my axe.
I non-lethally crit reckless hit them. I was like, no, you chop their fucking head off.
Yeah. And when I bonk that one out, I'm just gonna kind of be like, and
go ahead and make another intimidation check with advantage.
It was a 19, so
yeah, the other one sees this,
and
immediately runs off, like lets go of your arm and just is gone.
And then
dashes off into the distance.
And then I'm gonna be like, Quinn, help me real quick.
Sure.
We're gonna try and unbury this poor soul.
You kind of pull away some of the snow and drag this person out, and you kind of realize this as you approach the mound. They're kind of squat in stature, and as you pull them out, it reveals a dwarf.
Oh.
A dwarf with their face is very pale because of the cold. They've got kind of scraggly, kind of like ash blonde ash blonde. Yeah, ash, like kind of a faded blonde
Yeah.
hair that sort of is. I mean, it's kind of wet right now because some of the snow has melted, but it's draped over their face. They're one of your cousins.
What?
Specifically, you recognize them as your cousin Grigor.
Grigor.
He was Brathos's eldest son.
Is there anywhere that looks like we could get into shelter to kind of like?
So you can see. So you ask Quinn, and Quinn goes like points over into the distance, and you can see they're rising up, kind of out of beyond the next hill. It is like this, almost like a valley of two large, kind of dark stone walls that kind of surround a path,
Yeah.
a snow-covered path, and dotted in those walls are like these jagged ledges that kind of poke out and kind of give these natural places of shelter, like these little cavernous holes that have naturally been formed.
I'm gonna tell Quinn to keep his eyes extra peeled, and we're gonna. Well, and I'm gonna drag Gregor.
Okay.
With.
He's wearing very similar clothes to you, kind of like these thick traveling furs. As you kind of pull him out and you drag him, you realize that he has been wounded. Roll a medicine check for me.
It was a 9, so 9 plus 7, so 16.
It looks like this wasn't an animal attack. It looks like he's been wounded with a weapon.
Right. Okay. Does he have any weapons on him?
No, he's unarmed.
Okay. We're gonna drag him. We're gonna get to the nearest point of shelter, and I'm gonna be like, I think this is about as far as we're gonna be able to get today, especially with a wounded.
Okay, so you get to that point, and Quinn will start setting up a fire, and he's just like, "Are you all right with this? Like, you know who that is, right?"
Yeah, of course I do. But I want to hear him out.
All right.
I mean, Boulder is pretty far away from here, and he wasn't attacked by an animal, and he is completely unarmed. There's got to be some explanation as to why he's out here, and if he can survive to wake up, I'd like to know why.
Well, I mean, you're the cleric.
I'm going to get him comfy, and then I'm going to use... I suppose I could use one of our potions. Well, no, for hunkering down, I'll use a cure wounds on him. Okay. I'll do it at... This is a second level. Yeah, I'll do it at second level.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d8. Did you hit cast? I'll do it. There you go.
5 and 4, so 9 plus...
9 plus lots. 9 plus 4, so that's 13. Plus 2. So 15 plus 2.
17.
So 17.
Yeah.
So you kind of like place your hands on his shoulders, and the radiant energy kind of pulses through you and into Grigor's body. And you see like the warmth slowly return to his skin, like his the kind of blue tint to his body rapidly fades away, and his eyes open, kind of these dull eyes, kind of greyish blue. And he just kind of goes, where am I?
What are you doing up here in the mountains?
And he looks at you. He doesn't like acknowledge you, but he looks at you with this like gaze of puzzlement, like, what the fuck?
What are you doing in the Icespire Peaks, Grigor?
I could ask you the same question.
Well, we're up here to kill a dragon, but you are decidedly not up here to do that. What kind of madman climbs a mountain without weapons?
I wasn't alone. I shouldn't really be talking to you. Why did you help me?
I mean, I could have left you to those wolves, but I didn't. Because maybe frustratingly, you were a family, and I thought that maybe I would give you the opportunity to tell me what the hell you're doing all the way out here.
Family.
I'm assuming that's why you were attacked.
That word doesn't mean anything anymore.
Who were you with?
I'll give you one guess.
Were you with Brathos?
My father. Her uncle. The very same.
He attacked you and left you out here.
He told me that I had outlived my usefulness. I'd done everything that he needed. He got everything that he wanted out of me. So threw me away.
I mean, this is the part where I'd say, I told you so, but hey, I told you so. But that doesn't explain what you guys were doing here. You couldn't have been in the snow very long, and we've not seen anyone traveling from where we came.
He asked me to, as the eldest, he asked me to protect him while he made a journey. He didn't tell me why. He didn't tell me what for. All I know, and I have no qualms telling you this now, regardless of what your allegiances are, I'm left questioning what was said and who is trustworthy. I don't think anyone is anymore. While we were traveling in the mountains, we got to probably not far from this very point, and my father and I met with a group of 4 individuals, a band of mercenaries. They're pretty infamous around these parts. They're called the Stone Cold Reavers, and that was the first moment that I really questioned my father. What was he doing, parlaying with these crooks that murder people for money? I understand that you probably have a different viewpoint on my father. He's always been an industrious man, and he had great ambition, and that was part of the reason why my brothers and I were motivated to follow him and listen to him. Some more than others. He was less than happy about what you did to my brother. But Idun was always a tool. He was always an idiot. Never thought things through. And maybe I'm starting to realise that I had been drawn in just as much. In any case, they handed him an object, said that they'd retrieved it from some excavation site, and it was it looked like a stone dagger of some description with jewels inlaid into it. And that's when I started questioning. That's when I made the fatal mistake of asking him what that was, because I saw it, I recognized it. I never really paid attention to things that we were taught, but
what would I have? Does that sound familiar to me?
Make a religion check.
What kind of cleric has no religion? Shit, I got a 19.
19. Jewel encrusted dagger.
Mm-hmm.
That's the symbol of Abathor, who is the dwarven god of greed. greed. It's kind of grey. He's the dwarven god of greed and ambition.
Yeah.
So he's tolerated in the dwarven pantheon because
he's a necessary evil.
Yeah, he drives innovation,
Mm-hmm.
but because dwarves are very traditionalist and have a lot of strong values, he's always the one person that says, "Well, what if we did things differently?
Mm-hmm. What if we question the order?"
Exactly. And that means he's not very popular, but he also does do questionable things.
Yeah.
And there are people that are drawn in by the prospects of wealth and power and following him.
Abathur.
Yeah. And maybe you mutter that.
Yeah.
Say Gregor says I noticed the same, and the moment that I questioned it was when my father said I'd outlived my usefulness and had his new friends see to it that I didn't ask any more questions. It's a miracle that I survived.
Well, I suppose maybe the fates. What was the lady? Fate lady's name again?
Oh, the luck goddess.
Yeah.
I can only think of the Wildmount one, which isn't correct.
Tamora.
Yeah. I'm trying to. My brain was saying it's Avandra, but
I was
it's
thinking.
not Avandra.
It's funny because I was thinking of the thumbnails and the titles that go with them, and I was like, I know it's in there. Yeah. Perhaps Tamora was smiling down upon you in these moments and let our paths cross, that I could at least rescue from the snow. I am not surprised to hear that, because he was using the orcs, worshippers of Talos, as a front. I mean, he blamed me. He pinned it all on me, even though it's all wrong. I mean,
we all knew. You're probably not surprised, but we all knew that it was lies. But he told us that you would stand in the way of progress, and we all bought it. I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because that doesn't change anything.
No, you're right, and do you know what direction they went?
I have no idea, but I would assume they followed the path through this alley. As you know, I'm the most well-travelled of my father's sons, and I have been through the Icespire Peak once or twice on more frivolous occasions.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why he asked for my help, now that I think about it, is I can only assume he's heading towards Icespire Keep. It's the only place that I can think of.
Which means he's heading towards the dragon. Which means he might be trying to. It might be trying to get something from the dragon. Might be trying to bargain with the dragon. Maybe he wants to kill the dragon for the glory. I don't know what. But it looks like he's heading in the same direction that we are heading. Annoyingly enough.
This, obviously, you're more than welcome to say no. You're more than welcome to tell me where I can shove this entire mountain region. But I can take you there.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Quinn's just like, whoa, what? You heard him. He knew what they did to you.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna let that go?
No, of course not.
He could backstab you at any moment. What if this is all a trap?
Can I insight check Gregor?
Yeah.
21.
You look at his face, and there's you never really, like, when you were kids and when you were growing up and stuff, Grigor was always kind of the, not the black sheep of the family, but kind of, he was always the one that sort of faded into the background.
He's a wallflower.
Yeah, he was always very quiet, kind of very stoic, whereas the rest of Brathos's kids were all very kind of loud and
rambunctious.
Yeah, they all had their father's ambition. Grigor was always very quiet, and while he always listened to his dad and obeyed his dad, you never quite knew what was going on in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no different now. Like, he's the same guy that you knew even before all of this kicked off. But that's actually very reassuring.
That nothing's changed.
Yeah, like, you didn't really speak to him much, and there's kind of this part of your brain that's like, maybe if I'd made more of an effort to speak with him, because I think even among, not just Brathos's children, I think he's the eldest of all of your family's children.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was so
reserved,
not cold, yeah, he was reserved, very distant, a bit of a loner, and like I say, he would disappear and go off traveling on his own a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you never really got the chance to get to know him, and there's this weird twinge in your head that's like, maybe if I'd made more of an effort, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
But you kind of having that thought, there's that twinge of maybe he is being forthright. There's no difference that would lead you to think that he's lying.
Yeah. I mean, Grigor, you do realize that if I'm going over to kill this dragon and Brathos is there, we're going to end up in a fight. And, I mean, one of us is going to end up dead. And this might sound really harsh of me to say, but I want it to be him. I'm just... You realize... I'm just asking if you are... I took... In my anger and frustration and hot-bloodedness, I took one of your brothers away. I mean, my cousin. I was rash and angry. And, quite frankly, he was basically spitting in my face. And that post-battle anger got taken out on him. I'm not saying that I regret it, but there is that part of me that wonders if maybe I should have taken an extra breath before engaging him, but I've made peace with that. But you do know that if you lead me to Icespire Keep and Brathos is there, one of us is going to be dead.
Durable. As far as I'm concerned, I'm already dead. I died the moment that my father put me to the sword at the hand of those rats. What you do now is of no bearing to me. What he does now, none of it matters to me.
So what are you going to do with yourself now?
I don't know. I will lead you to the keep. I will make good on what you've done for me. I've always enjoyed traveling. Perhaps I'll do that. Perhaps I'll go somewhere far away and start again. This whole... Just that one moment, the way that he looked at me when he told me that I was of no longer of use to him. In that moment, I saw the man that my father really is. I don't want to see him again. And if that's because he's dead or otherwise, doesn't matter to me.
I'm sorry you had to face his blade like that. What's the weather looking like outside? Just
pretty grim.
Okay.
It's pretty grim. It's very cold.
What time of day is it? Because I know we had to take some time traveling and then. Because we traveled around the cliffside.
It's still like it's hard to tell because you're up so high. The weather's a bit messed up here, but you're not sure. The sun's still out, and it's not been that long. Like you went across the thing. You had a very small rest, maybe like 10-20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you found Grigor and dragged him over here. So it's not late by any stretch of the imagination.
What do you think, Quinn? What are your feelings on all of this?
I don't know, Belle. I don't know. Like, what is he doing here? If he's here, what's he doing here? Is he the... Like, you said... Is he responsible for... I've forgotten their names, but Dazzlin and...
Oh, I don't have my notes on me. The two dwarves.
The two dwarves at the excavation that we found out the other day that they were dead.
He probably is. He probably is the reason why they're dead.
What is that thing? What does he want? What is he doing? And he's kind of like he's grabbed Grigor by the lapels almost. Yeah. He's these big furry lapels, and Grigor doesn't resist. He's like, I don't know. It was the first time I saw it myself. I wouldn't be surprised if he got those. It was the mercenaries, the Stone Cold Reavers. They had it and they passed it to him. So I would almost wonder if they performed the job on his behalf, and then he was meeting them there to make the handover, and then that's when my task was done.
So his symbol is the jewel encrusted dagger. For what reason would I know why that dagger is the jewel encrusted dagger is specifically his symbol? Because I know that with Moradin, it's like because he's got the hammer and the anvil. But I'm like, I guess I'm trying to think of, is the dagger for a sacrifice, like a ceremonial use? Is it for like?
It's not a like Grigor would explain that it wasn't a weapon. Yeah. It was made of stone. It was like it would be completely useless as a weapon. So it was symbolic. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever its use is for, it's probably not as mundane as that. But you don't know. You have no idea what possible use it could have. But whatever it was, he was willing to kill his own son over it. And then Quinn kind of shakes him a little and then lets him go. It's like, well, if Belle says you're alright, she's never wrong. And he kind of turns and faces away from him in a bit of a huff. Kind of like sits down cross-legged.
By the fire, just... Yeah. Does the weather look like it's going to clear up anytime soon?
No. Oh, you're basically in the clouds at this point.
Okay.
The wind is howling. It's pretty bad. And like you're being... Like snow is kind of being pushed. You have to kind of like defend the fire from the snow a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
And I don't think sleeping would... I mean, there's no guarantee that sleeping will make the storm go away either.
Grigor like looks up and he glances around and he says, looks like the clouds are here to stay. I don't think we're that far. Maybe another half a day's travel.
Do you know, by any chance, if there's a number of these outcroppings, we could try and push as far as we can, and then...
So this section extends for maybe about 100-150 feet, and there's lots of them.
Yeah.
They kind of... You know the I want to say like in Steven Universe, like the holes where all the gems come out of, it's kind of like that. They're just like riddled with these weathered holes that have just been naturally formed by
the
winds and the snow, just kind of like weathering them over time.
Let's try and push as far as we can. Just try and get a little bit further, and then get some rest.
Right. Quinn stands up and stamps the fire out.
The little bit of fire.
Yeah, he kind of kicks the snow over it and then goes off in front. And Grigor like slowly stands up and says, "You're well within your right to say no again, but will you give me a weapon?"
Dorbo takes a moment and thinks. She kind of looks at him a moment. She's gonna pass him her warhammer. No way she handing him rifle.
He takes it. He takes it and kind of feels the weight of it in his hand.
The hammer's done a lot of good.
If I'm one thing, I'm not Idun. I'm not going to attack you knowing full well what you're capable of. Word of that day, that orc attack got back to my father, and therefore to me.
Yeah, well, he was apparently using the orcs to further his goals as well, which shows you how deep his ambitions have.
The story was
fallen.
The story was that he brokered some sort of truce. He was managing to. The story that he spun was that they were planning to attack the boulder, and he'd managed to convince them not to. And however, what he offered up in exchange, I do not know.
Well, I suppose with somebody with that much ambition will say anything to make sure they can keep going.
Indeed. Needless to say, I'm not one to turn your own weapon against you.
I appreciate that.
As you say that, and you start kind of like walking off like down this valley.
He attacks me.
Roll initiative. No, he doesn't attack you. You look up, and you can see the shadow that you saw earlier again.
Oh shit.
Except this time it's a bit clearer because it's closer. It's closer to where you are. You see this. You see a human-looking face with big, sharp teeth. This kind of lion's mane.
Is it the manticore?
Of like greying fur and like tiger skin fur down the side with wings. And yes, you see the manticore that you encountered all the way back at at Umbridge Hill.
Oh my god!
And he says, this bellowing voice calls out, "You who would trespass on Netuz's land, what do you offer?"
We're going to kill the fucking dragon. I can only offer rations.
You will not succeed. And rations will not sate our hunger. And you hear Quinn kind of go, "Hell?" And you glance over at the other cliff, and there's another one, kind of very similar looking, in design, but looks a bit younger, and has a more feminine face.
Oh shit! It's a lady.
And he's just like, "What the fuck?" Because Netuz is not satisfied. You may have managed to get past my first test. Defending my land, defending Netuz's land, and the land of Netuz's mate, Tahir. No, rations will not do. You will be our meal! And they both up into the air. It's initiative time.
Ooh, I didn't.
No, that's not the right.
Durabel, you did not do very good on your initiative.
The wind is very strong. Just gonna make a point of that, of
Okay.
saying that.
Okay. Quinn did much better on his initiative than I did. Are you gonna roll for Grigor?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Quinn get on his initiative?
He got a 17.
Nice. What did Durabel get?
9.
9.
9.
Okay. So Grigor actually gets to go first, and he just kind of looks up, and he kind of mutters under his breath, "How did they get past him? How did they get past them?"
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks down at the warhammer, and it's like there's not much that he can do, so he's going to duck under one of the kind of natural canopies just to form some kind of defense,
Mm-hmm.
and presses himself up against the wall, and he just says, without a ranged weapon, I'm not going to be much use here.
Just hold your axe for if they get near. Warhammer. Sorry.
Understood. Now it's Quinn's turn.
How far away are they from him?
They are far enough away that he would be able to attack them with a longbow.
Okay, he's going to use his longbow. He's going to shoot twice. He's going to shoot at
It's Tar. Sorry, it's
Tar and
Tar. So it's Natuz and
Natuz.
Tar.
So he's going to shoot at Natuz.
Okay. So go ahead and shoot with the longbow at disadvantage
Because of the wind.
Yeah.
12. 4. So 4 plus what is the longbow? Plus 6. So no, 10.
10. He kind of like reaches up and like lets loose the arrow. That was just one attack, right?
Yeah.
So he gets another one.
Well, yeah, he's gonna try at the very least.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah. 14 and 12. So 12 plus 6, so 18.
18 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So 1d8 plus 1. So 3 damage. 3 piercing damage.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it strikes the manticore.
And then he's going to sort of try to back up into the cover as well.
Okay. Yeah. So he won't be able to get all the way because he was kind of out in the open, latching off ahead. But that's fine.
Like a ding dong.
Yeah, he makes some of the way out. The can I change their names to make it a bit easier on me? No, I can't. That's very annoying.
Just say Manticore 1.
Yeah, Manticore A it's just so we could see their names more readily.
Yeah.
Natuz. So Natuz is going to roar out at Quinn and just be like, "Good to see you again, morsel." And he is going to shoot some tail spikes at him. These will also be a disadvantage because of the wind. First one is a 15.
Doesn't hit.
Well, this one does. It managed to escape a natural 20 though. That one is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And the third one is a natural 1, so nope. Quinn takes... Ooh. Quinn takes 10 piercing damage.
Damn.
The second one, Tar, is going to kind of like swoop down, kind of get low, and try and shoot some tail spikes at you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have half cover because of the canopy.
So what's my armor class then?
21.
Damn.
So first spike is 21.
Oh my god.
Second spike is 22. Oh wait. No, they're rolling with disadvantage, not advantage. So they both missed.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Sorry.
like what the fuck?
And 2 used to. There we go. Yeah, they all missed.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's your turn. They're both still in the air.
I'm just going to shout. Wait, would I have heard Grigor say how did they get past?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Natuz and be like, what about the others that passed through here? How come you didn't attack them? And then I'm gonna shoot a guiding bolt.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot a level 1 guiding bolt.
Now I'm trying to decide if magic would be at disadvantage as well. I don't think it would be. I don't know.
Maybe it depends on the magic.
Hang on. I'll check the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Does magic have disadvantage? Does flying magic have disadvantage in wind? In the wind.
Ranged weapon attack rolls. So not spells.
Okay, so I can just attack.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hit. It's because it's a 15 plus 7.
Yeah, that'll do it. Which one were you aiming at?
Natuz.
Natuz. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll some damage.
46.
46. Whoa!
46. Shit, he'd just be dead, wouldn't he? 10, 14, 16.
16 damage.
16
Boosh.
radiant damage.
You
Yeah,
you strike him with a radiant bolt.
And the next attack doesn't have. Well, how would that work if? Okay, so he's got a guiding bolt. So the next
So it
attack
would cancel out the disadvantage.
Right.
basically.
Okay.
So if Quinn goes for another arrow attack, it'd be a straight roll.
Okay.
He might have other plans. Okay.
But yeah, I shout that at him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
He can't answer until his turn.
Yeah,
So.
but I'm gonna kind of stick nearby, so
Okay.
I think where I am is fine.
Cool. Okay. It goes on to Grigor's turn, and he still can't do anything.
He's just holding his ground under
I think
cover.
I think he is going to say like, hand me your crossbow. If you can cast spells, then
Yeah.
at least I can be of some use. You've already trusted me with a warhammer.
Would I have to give it to him next turn?
No, he can take it off you
Okay.
because that will be his action.
Okay.
He has to take it off you.
So I just go.
But-
I'd like it back. I'd like it
That's-
back after. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So he takes your crossbow off you. But he can't do it. Like say that's his
Yeah.
action to take
Yeah.
it off you. Okay, so that leaves Quinn.
Quinn is going to shoot. Well, how bad does Natuz look? He's looking alright.
Injured, but not badly so.
I think he's gonna try. He's gonna move the rest of the way, so he's like kind of next to Grigor, so he's like kind of under the cover a bit. Can he get?
Okay, so you're all kind of piled in there.
Kind of close by. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if he would shoot or not, but he might be like, "Yeah, fuck you," and so he's just gonna shoot one. He's just gonna shoot one bolt.
Why would he only shoot one bolt?
Because only one attack. It's a
So one attack wouldn't have disadvantage.
yeah.
But why? Why would you not? Because the attack is free; it doesn't cost anything.
Oh, I suppose yeah. So yeah, he'll just
Because he's hit them already with disadvantage once
yeah.
before.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So he'll shoot at
Okay, so this first one is a regular attack.
Yeah. Which is an 18, plus 6 to hit, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that definitely hits.
And that's a
1d.
I'll do this one separate
Yeah.
from the other one. So 8.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do the next one at disadvantage.
12, 3. So 3 plus 6 is 9. So
9.
that one
So the
doesn't
second one. The first one kind of looks as if it's going to miss, and then the kind of radiant energy of the guiding bolt draws it back in
Like a
and strikes
magnet,
him true.
yeah.
And then the second one just completely there's an unexpected gust of wind, and the arrow just kind of. It's like shit. I need to get in close to use my sword.
He's like, yeah, Grigor, look at my cool sword.
Okay, now it's their turn. The manticores are both kind of like sweeping around overhead. The first one is going to attack. So Natuz is going to attack Quinn. So 3 attacks at disadvantage. His AC is 18. No, it's 18.
Well, he's got 16 AC normally.
I've got to check. I think I might be giving you more AC than you should have.
Oops.
I think cover might only be +1.
I think it depends on the type of cover.
I don't really use cover that often, so... Oh, no. Half cover is +2. Half cover's +2. 3/4 is +5.
Okay, so...
That's crazy.
So he's got AC 18 right now?
Yeah, effective AC 18. So first shot is not good. Second, not good. Third, not good. It'll ping off the rock face. And Tar is going to try and hit you again. Don't know why I'm rolling 3 dice. Super disadvantage. Nope. Oh, nope, 19. Close. And 19 again. So no, she rolled really well, just not good enough. If she was attacking Quinn, she would have
destroyed him,
got
yeah.
him.
So Natuz isn't going to respond.
Natuz says, they brought riches. That was enough. Riches beyond what you carry.
You want material wealth?
Food can be bartered for. Also, it's shiny. Yes, that's Tar kind of chimes in. Also, it's shiny. Okay, it's your turn.
Durabel is just like, well, you know I'd be more than happy to buy more cows for you down in Phandalin, but I wouldn't be able to do that until the dragon's dead. So it's up to you if you want to fight to the death here or not. And she's just gonna do a sacred flame.
Okay. So
she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it on the lady.
Okay, so that's a dex save, right?
It's a dex save.
Dex save 15. Okay. Let's have a look.
I mean, are they within 60 feet of me?
Yeah. No, that's a 5. So go ahead and do 2d8 damage.
7 plus 6, so 13.
The sacred flame like throws out, and this kind of like this golden flame coalesces and strikes, and she lets out a screech of pain, and Natuz is kind of like, I may have been willing to listen to you until you decided to strike my mate. You will be our meal, nothing more. Angry. Okay, so Grigor is going to attack. Ooh, he can make 2 attacks. How lovely. He's going to strike
with the crossbow. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with a crossbow.
Oh.
It's loading. So he gets to make 1 attack at thingy. Natuz. Pachoo! No, he's still a bit woozy after just waking up, so he just fires wide and goes to reload. Quinn.
Quinn's like, oh, they're not fucking coming in. I can't use my sword if they don't come in. I mean, he's just gonna shoot at Natuz with his arrows. With disadvantage. You can't halfling hello him because he's not close enough.
I mean, they're not humanoid anyway, so.
Yeah.
What if Quinn has an idea?
Does his idea involve using the fireball necklace?
No.
Okay, what is his idea?
Well, remember the orcs, yeah?
Yeah.
And how well that worked. We need to get them on the ground. We can't fight them effectively unless we get them on the ground. How do we do that?
What are you gonna go out there and let them come down at you?
Well, I don't know. Because they're still flying around and shooting their fucking barbs everywhere. You not got any like a magic thing that you can do? I don't know. I'm not even sure at this point.
don't think I have anything that
No,
could push
not
them
really.
down. No.
Hmm. The other thing we could do is, I think,
How deep is this cave?
it's maybe like it kind of goes in maybe about 10 feet.
Does it go in enough that if we all went in, they would have to come down to fight us? Okay.
In we go.
In we go.
Okay, you all go in. So should we say like Quinn readies an action?
Yeah, he'd ready his sword.
Yeah, readies an attack for
Yeah.
if they come in the doorway. Okay. You hear them kind of like go, cowards, and like some tail spines kind of hit the ground nearby. But seeing that that's not going to work, the Tar, the lady, kind of calls out, they've gone inside. They have nowhere to run, my love. And Netuz is like, very well. And Netuz kind of like swoops down to meet you guys in this cave. And yeah, immediately Quinn is going to strike out.
With an 18. On because you can only attack once with a held action, right? Yeah, so 18 to hit.
Yeah, is
With
that
the- with
18
the-
plus 9? Or...
It's 9 plus 9.
Okay, yeah, so that hits.
So he does 11 slashing damage.
11 damage. Okay. So yeah, he cuts the beast across the face, like, "Ah!" And it's immediately going to retaliate against Quinn. So it's going to go in with a bite. 14.
No.
Okay, and then it's going to slash twice with its claws. That's cocked. 15
No.
and 19.
The 19 will hit.
Okay. Quinn takes 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then immediately after that, Tar comes down to join him, and she's going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
So first with a bite. 18.
No.
Then with 2 claw attacks.
I'm fucked.
I rolled the year. Holy shit, 2 natural 20s. Oh my god. I didn't touch
Look
it.
at them. There they are.
Read them and wait, boys.
Just making sure. I'm just gonna make sure it's on the camera. Yep, there they
2
are.
natty 20s. Well, would you? Well, holy shit. So
Would you-
Durabel is going to take a lot of damage.
I'm about to die.
You won't die. But it is a lot of damage. It's 4d6 plus like 12. No, 46 plus 6. 6, 10, 13. So you take 19 slashing damage. As she swoops down, kind of goes in with the bite, you duck back and your armor like catches against the side of the wall. And in that moment of like, oh shit, you get 2 huge claws across your armor.
Yeah.
And you are racked with pain. She just kind of laughs at you.
How wide is this cave?
It's probably about 10 feet. They can't fit in because they're both large creatures, so they're both kind of stuck in the doorway. But they do have they can pretty much reach all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one can come in, attack, duck out. The other one can go in. So that's kind of what they're doing. They're harassing you in the doorway. But it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah.
That took a hefty chunk.
Yeah. So Durabel just thinks, we were able to negotiate before, but since you were going to be a dick about it, all the gloves are coming off. So here out comes the Spirit Guardians again.
Okay. So you cast Spirit Guardians, and once again the chickadees arrive.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're in range of that, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you gonna do anything else with your turn?
Can I? No, because it's a spell. So,
Were you on full HP when you healed Grigor?
No.
You would have healed 4 HP when you because of your ability.
I'll just add 4
Yeah.
on then. But still.
Yeah.
Because I can't healing word because that's a spell.
Yes.
And I can't use a potion because that's also an action.
Yes.
So, no.
No. Okay. Yeah, but you've cast your Spirit Guardians, so you choose to leave yourself a little bit vulnerable for the Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
top
just
of the
like,
round.
if you're gonna fight, if you're gonna come in and fight this, then I'm gonna go all out.
It's Grigor's turn. He's gonna load the crossbow. He's kind of like hanging out behind you.
Yeah.
And he sort of ducks out from behind you, and I mean he's probably about a head taller than you.
But I've got a big shield, so
Yeah. And he kind of ducks out, and takes a shot at it. This will be at Tar because she's attacking you, and at the moment you're his ticket to survival. But he misses just absolutely atrociously. Yeah. No, he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay back. He looks at the warhammer, considers it for a second, and then he's like, "No," just reloads and
yeah.
carries on. Quinn's turn.
Quinn is gonna see that Durabell's like got the gloves off and is ready to fucking party, and Quinn's gonna put his hat on backwards and
Cowabunga it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow into the mic just then. And he's going to Dragon Slayer twice.
Okay. Yeah. At I'm assuming at the bloke.
Whichever one
Yeah,
is
twos.
Yeah,
That's the one that's kind of harassing him right now.
So 2 strikes. First strike. 3 plus 9. So 12. Yeah.
No.
19.
That hits.
So that's 6 slashing damage.
6 slashing damage. Okay. So yeah, he kind of misses and then manages to strike true as this thing is kind of like gnashing at him from the entrance of the cave.
Yeah.
It is now their turn. So I will roll their wisdom saves. Was it 15? Did you say the DC was?
Spiritual Guardians is wisdom 15.
Okay, so Natuz gets an 8, so
which
he
is a fails.
And Tar gets a 3, so they both fail.
3, 5, so 8. 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage. The chickadees are going to town on both of them.
Hey man, I'm mad. I tried to be.
They are also mad.
I tried to play nice, so now they're going to town.
Yeah, they're not. Well, Natuz definitely is not looking great, and kind of steals himself and is just going to be like, "I will feast," and he's going straight in for Quinn again.
Okay.
So first of all, going in with a bite attack. Nope. He rolls a 7.
Nope.
2 claw attacks. A 14 and a 19.
The 19 will hit.
19 hits. Quinn takes 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Then Tar is going to just keep going at you.
Okay.
He kind of sees an opening, sees that you're wounded, and is like, I'm gonna finish you off to impress my husbando. So she comes in with a bite. 19.
That hits.
Suffer 5 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 claw attacks. Oh, what? 11 and 9. So she like latches onto your shoulder, and you kind of hear this as she leaves. So she takes a big chunk out of your shoulder. And you're like, ah, fuck! And as she leaves, she kind of whispers in your ear, like, "It will be a gift for my husband." And now it's your turn.
I'm going to, if I can bonus action use my healing word and then attack, right?
You certainly can.
So, yes, I'm going to. I suppose I could do it at super high level too, because Quinn's hurting pretty much as well. So I'm gonna.
Don't forget you've got preserve life as well, so you can use your channel divinity instead. because you're at quite low health, which makes that more potent.
Right. Okay. So channel divinity.
So what's Quinn at right now?
So Quinn's at he's at 22.
So you can't heal Quinn with preserve life, but you can heal yourself by quite a substantial amount. You can heal Quinn up to 22 with preserve life.
But he's already at 22.
Yeah. And you can heal yourself up to 23.
So I heal myself.
You can guarantee heal yourself 13 hit points.
You mean 12 hit points?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, let's go with that. So one of my channel divinities, so I heal 12.
Yeah, that gets you up to half health.
Yeah.
So that tops you up quite nicely.
And that's my bonus action to do.
No,
right?
that's your action. That's the only thing. So if you wanted to healing word instead,
well,
in order to keep the attacking train going, that would be very powerful as a bonus action.
I suppose the benefit is if I use healing word, I can get Quinn as well. Oh no, it's a creature of your choice.
Yeah, it's only one creature. If you heal Quinn, you'll get some health back. Like if you did like 3rd level healing word.
No,
but Quinn can also heal himself as a bonus action.
So I'll sacrifice my action to do that. Yeah.
Have you got what other bonus actions have you got? You could cast, for example, spiritual weapon. Because preserve life isn't a spell, so you're not bound by the rules of spell casting.
Oh, it's not concentration, is it?
No. Which is why it's ridiculous. It should be.
Sure, why not? Let's cast spiritual weapon at level 1.
Okay. What's your spiritual weapon gonna look like?
It's gonna look like the axe.
It's gonna take on the form of Ripple.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it kind of we'll say kind of like a splash of like radiant holy water, this large glowing like outline of Ripple appears and goes in for an attack.
Yeah. I'm attacking Tar.
Okay. And
I just say, I'm just gonna be like, I think you'll be disappointed. And then just so 21.
That hits. Because of course it does.
7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, whoosh, kind of phases right through her and she's like, ah. Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
Nicely healed. It's now Grigor's turn. He's just going to pop off another shot at Tar. Oh my god, he actually hit something.
Yay! Well, the crossbow is
21 to hit.
So it's 1d8 plus 2.
Well, it's 1d8 plus his dex, which is plus 2.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, 7 damage. So he just like pops up a shot at her and then reloads. Quinn is going to he's going to attack with his sword twice. Wait, if he attacks twice, can he not use second wind? No. Why would that be the case? No, sorry. Think about it. So he's got two actions and a bonus action. He doesn't have 2 actions. He has 2 attacks. Okay. So you're getting confused with 2-weapon fighting. I think probably. The way that extra attack works is if you use the attack action, you can just you attack twice. Okay. It doesn't affect the rest of your action economy. So okay, I just wasn't sure if I was mixing it up with Monk because I know Monk can keep attacking, but that takes up the bonus action. But that's different as well because Monk also has extra attack. So it's very confusing. When you use the attack action, you attack twice. Yeah. And then you can use your bonus action to attack a 3rd time. Right. Okay. So yeah. But so he can attack twice. He can attack twice and then use second wind. Okay. Well, that's what he's gonna do. So first attack. 2 plus 9. No. Second attack. 18 plus 9. That definitely. Wait, what is it with Quinn and only rolling 18s? He crits on a 19. Why does he refuse to roll just 18s? Because to spite you. So 5 plus 4. So 9 damage. Mm-hmm. And now he's gonna use his second wind. He like cuts him like straight across the face. So it's 1d10 plus his level, which is 6. So he regains 10 hit points. Sweet. Which is pretty good. fighters, man. Yeah, he cuts Natuz across the face, and he is bleeding heavily now. He's like, I will feast.
They have to make wisdom saves as well.
They do. So it's Natuz's turn. I actually think that it doesn't make any difference to him. Unless you roll 3 1s, he is dead.
Okay.
And he has to save, and you have to roll 3 1s, or he's dead. So Natuz gets 5. And Tara gets... Oh my gosh, she gets 6.
So,
5. No, in fact, they both roll 5. So they both fail.
So it's 13.
13 damage. Okay, so... Natuz is dead. So in this flash of radiant light, Natuz kind of like rears up and he's like, ah! And he collapses over. Dude. Tara like looks, and her eyes go wide at the sight of her mate like falling down dead, and she just lets out this ear-piercing scream. And with her turn, she is just going to look at you with like this burning hatred. Like it's gone from like hunger and playfulness to just
rage,
absolute rage, and she's gonna do some attacks. So she goes in with the bite attack. Nope, that's an 8, and then 2 claw attacks. 20 and 19.
They both hit.
So you take 8 slashing damage. No, you don't. You take more than that. You take 11 slashing damage. And then after she does that, and realizes that you're not dead, she just kind of goes, and then her wings start beating, and you can kind of like feel the cold air being pushed into the cave as she starts to take off to get away. You can make an attack of opportunity,
which I'm gonna take. 7 plus 8, so 15.
15 hits.
6 plus 5, so 11.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So you strike her across the neck, and she is very heavily wounded as well, as she moves her full flying distance away from you, which is 50 feet. And it's your turn.
Oh no, she wouldn't get an attack of or Quinn wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
He was too far away.
Is she still engaged? Like she's gonna keep trying to kill us still, or is she looking like she's gonna?
It looks like she's trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know if she will come back or. Like you would like as far as you were telling me, Belle seemed pretty done with these two.
Yeah.
Considering she tried to negotiate, so.
Yeah, she's going to guiding bolt.
Okay.
Just at first level. So. No, that's not gonna hit.
What did you get?
It's 9 total.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, 9. So yeah, you throw out the guiding bolt. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit its mark. And yep, you can't really do anything else, can you? No. Okay. So it moves on to Grigor, who's going to try, like, pokes his head out and tries to shoot at it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the range on the crossbow? Okay, it's fine. It does have disadvantage though, because it's fucking windy.
Fucking windy.
That's a 15. Oh my god, he hit it.
Yeah, light crossbow.
Well, it's based on his stats.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's I rolled a 17 and a 10. So yeah, 10, 15, that hits. So what is it? A 1d
D8 plus his
D8.
dex. 1dx D8 plus his dex.
DX.
1dx.
6 damage. He strikes it right in the neck, and she falls out of the sky. Just like she lets out like a final like high pitched scream as she like spirals down towards the ground and just into the snow. Dude.
Well.
And he just reloads the crossbow and shoves it back into your hand. So it's nice.
Well, I think maybe instead of pushing on, maybe we use this spot for the night, I guess. I'm pretty injured. I'd say let's
Did this guy, and he points to the dead one and kind of nudges it with his sword. Did he say something about your uncle paid him?
Yeah, sounds like he bought him off.
He hasn't got a bank account, has he?
So you wanna go out and look for his lair?
It's probably here somewhere, isn't it?
All right. We're gonna see. Can we? I guess can we look and see if we can spot maybe where? How would we know where it is? Because I mean, there's all these holes, so it could be any one of these.
Make a perception check. At disadvantage because it's so windy.
Oh, I was gonna ask if advantage because Quinn's helping.
No, because you can't help on a perception check.
Yeah. So 8.
8. No, you can't. With the wind kind of like blowing all the snow around, it's difficult to see. You'd probably have to take a more hands-on approach if you're going to try and find it.
How much could we roughly guess how much daylight there is left?
No. You have no idea what time it is.
Let's just leave it for now, Quinn, and we'll make a point of looking for it on our way back.
Alright.
He says to her as she's like bleeding.
Yeah. Pops down and starts a fire.
I will drag the body out of Natu's just so it's.
We could probably use that for warmth. Grigor says.
What you wanna skin it? Huh?
No, it's not going to go rotten overnight.
Could use it to block the door.
But it's just like, oh, that's grim.
It is, but it's what you gotta do. So yeah, we're gonna put Natu's in the doorway. You know what I'm gonna do? You said there's like a ledge that's overhead,
yeah.
Right? This is kind of funny. Is there any way that like we could put him outside the door and like maybe sort of stretch his wing so it's like almost like a door, but not close it completely because I don't want it to freeze like that, but like just so like just stick one of my pittons in it. This is pretty morbid.
Make a dexterity check, I guess.
18.
Yeah, you managed to jury rig it somehow. So it's kind of this like dead manticore body with it's like fucking Weekend at Bernie's shit. Like going, hey, welcome to our lair.
And Durabelle takes a moment, she looks at it, she's like, this is really fucking dark. And then just kind of goes back in to where it's a bit warmer.
Okay, you guys spend the night. Nothing happens. It's uneventful.
Long rest.
Take a long rest, yeah. Quinn is up early.
What's he doing up early?
He's looking for treasure.
Oh my god.
So go ahead and make an investigation check for Quinn. Though the wind isn't as bad now.
Investigation is intelligence,
yes.
Isn't it? So it's plus 0. It's a good thing he can reroll ones. But he got a 5.
He has no idea where it is.
He's like, it's fucking windy.
He comes back. Like you see him kind of like arrive. He's got like snow all over his face. He's taking his hood off because it's a pain in the ass. He's just like, I don't know. I've checked a few of them, but they're all the same. They're all just like caves. I found a couple of like birds and shit, but
yeah.
Come and give me a hand. I want to find this thing.
We're gonna take a moment to eat our food. I'm gonna eat some of my rations. I'm gonna knock off another ration because we've been up here 2 nights already.
Yeah.
So where are my rations? So I'm gonna knock down 2 rations. Does Grigor have rations?
No, he has nothing.
So I will give him 1.
Okay. He's very appreciative.
Yeah.
He just kind of nods and
Because it's either that or we eat the manticore, and I don't think anyone wants to do that.
maybe it's one of those things where he goes to do it,
and I'm just like
he's like, I can't really skin it with a hammer, so that was going to be a very grim.
Yeah.
I was going to get very messy, but this is easier.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to give you a hand, so roll an investigation check with advantage.
And my investigation is +0. 17. And 10, so 17.
17. It takes you a while, but you manage to get up to one of the higher kind of caves. And you find one that is slightly larger than the others, and you see some like scratch marks at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And then like almost what looks like hay. And then you look in and you see like a barrel. It's broken, but as you go in, you kind of see there's just like a collection of stuff, like things that have been pilfered from. Like you see something that you swear was a decoration near to Adabra's house, like Adabra's windmill. There's like a fucking garden gnome or something. There's like hay and stuff like padded around that they've clearly stolen from like
the farms,
farms, like stables or whatever. It's kind of cozy in here, really, for a manticore nest.
Yeah.
You managed to find in here. You find 100 gold in like a small case.
Okay.
Which you assume was the bribe that he was given. You find another like little sack that contains five gems worth 25 gold pieces each.
Should I just?
So you need to add that separately.
Okay, so I'll just add that there.
Go into your inventory. Where you go?
I forgot where my
everywhere except the inventory. Manage equipment. Just go like. I don't know if it'll let you. Oh no, I've got to tell you what it is. Oh god. Okay, give me a sec. I didn't get that far.
Well, I mean, if you tell me how much they are, I could probably figure it out just by these drop downs.
Yeah, but you have to scroll through each one. Master's Guide. Treasure.
I just need to check something.
Gemstones.
I took Revivify, but I don't have a diamond. What kind of ninny am I? That takes Revivify but doesn't buy a diamond.
Well, oops. Wait, what?
Oh, there's more gems. Oh shit. Can you tell me if they're like? Can they just be?
There isn't a listing for 25 GP gems, even though they're in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Could they just be?
Unless I've got it wrong and they were art objects.
Can you just tell me that they're 200 gold's worth of diamonds instead?
No.
Yeah, I'm seeing things that are worth like 10 and 50, but nothing that's worth 25. But this list is pretty
Maybe
big.
I got confused, and maybe they are.
Well, is there cards?
No, they must be 100 GP gems. They must be. No, they're not. They're not cards. Remember, I wrote this myself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So. Here we go. 100 GP gemstones. Let's roll a D10 and find out what you get. 9. Spinels. They are transparent red. Transparent red spinel gemstones.
And how many are there?
5. No, don't do it that way. You're gonna have 5 separate entries.
Oh shit.
Oh no, you're not. No, it did. Okay, no, you're fine. Cool.
Got him. Okay.
Yep. So you find them, and you also find a small scroll case.
Okay.
Which inside is a scroll that you can read. It is a scroll of command.
Shit.
Just put first level spell scroll. So if you click that,
and then just edit it to say command.
I guess that's how you do it. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
right there.
That's
Okay,
well. That
cool.
works. Cool. Yeah. So you find all that stuff.
Okay. Sweet.
Because I told you, we're rich. Except for you buying all them potions.
Yeah, but I also bought the warm clothes on your back and the climbing gear.
Well, I'm just saying this makes it
see.
all worth it,
Yeah, it
even
does.
if we don't kill the dragon.
That's a fair point. Okay, so we're gonna make our way now.
Okay. So you carry on, and you kind of cross through, and this valley section kind of ends and starts to sprawl out into a more open area. It gets a lot steeper at this point as well. It takes a lot more effort for you to get up there. And the air is getting thinner, so it's kind of getting a bit harder to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You reach a point where you make your way across these cold wood-blown foothills, and you happen across a large prone creature frozen in ice, a large ogre that's completely encased in a block of ice.
Oh, so basically the dragon did a number on him.
Because, well, I think this means we're close.
Yeah. We should tread carefully. Did you say it's quite open?
This area is, yeah.
Okay.
There's like a couple of trees, but
we should try and probably jump between the trees.
Okay.
Just so we're not out.
Grigor is already kind of doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're just gonna ignore the ogre and carry on. Okay, yeah, so you keep kind of.
I mean, I'm assuming
fast.
he's frozen enough that even if he had anything, good luck getting.
I mean, yeah, he's got like a little. There's like a sack that's frozen with him,
and Quinn's just like.
That's like tied to his. There's like a rope that ties like a full sack to him, and
I imagine Quinn's like, but it's right there.
You're just like, there's no chance we're getting out of there.
And it takes too much time.
Yeah. So you guys move on.
Yeah.
And it's not too long before the clouds partly obscure a stone fortress situated atop the icy spur of a jagged snow-covered mountain that you recognize as the Icespire Peak. A landmark so enormous as to be visible from Phandalin on a clear day. The mountain dwarfs the forest, which consists of two separate structures joined together by a stone bridge. A narrow winding path corkscrews up the mountainside to the smaller of the two structures, and appears to be the only safe way to reach it by land. It is an unwelcome path, but not as unwelcome as the cold, howling wind that buffets you. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Icespire Keep awaits you.
Oh, you know what that means, fellas? That means next game we're gonna fight a dragon. And potentially my evil uncle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's dragon fighting time. So yeah.
I suppose we don't need this anymore because if we had a map, it would just be all white.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was it was kind of a bit of a bridging chapter that I prepared myself.
Yeah, we got some character backstory.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a good opportunity to bring in some more backstory stuff and give you a bit of a conversation, and it was good. Like, it was very simple, but it worked out quite well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you will join us again for what may very well be the finale of Dragon of Icespire Peak, all going well. Well, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do some work preparing that. I want to try and make it a bit special if I can. And yeah, so we stream on Twitch every Sunday at 7 o'clock GMT, and every one that we do is cut down and re-uploaded onto YouTube, usually the following day. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, then please feel free to subscribe. We'd love it if you could join us, or if you want to join us for the streams, give us a follow. You can follow either of us on Twitter. I'm Croverload, and you are A Bros with 3 Y's.
3 Y's.
And yeah, take care, stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
We'll join the chat in a second if you're on Twitch. Bye bye.